says, what does the Lord thy God require of you? Because you know, there's an old saying in the world, if you knew better, you'll what? You'll do better. Now that you know that you this superior people, what is you going to do with that information? Is you going to stay the same old Dominique? Or is you going to rise up to be that superior person that God called you to be? Is you going to be that same Isaiah? Or is you going to rise up to be superior being that God told you to be? Read what you got.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
What's going on, brother, man? What's your name, bro? Gerald. Nice to meet you, Gerald. I'm Shem. It says, what now? Read it again.
And now Israel.
Come on.
What does the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does the Lord thy God require of us now? Remember, we went in, all of the curses befell us because of what? Because we didn't listen. So how do you inherit the blessing? Submit yourself to the Most High by doing what? By what? Repenting. What does that mean? To keep the commandments. That's it. Read what you got. Watch this, watch this.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
The first requirement is fear.
To walk in all his ways.
The second requirement is to walk in his ways.
And to love him.
The third requirement is to love him.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
The fourth requirement is to serve him, right? Now it's going to sum all four of these things up with this one word. Come on.
To keep the commandments.
How do you love him?
Keep the commandments.
How do you fear him?
To keep the commandments.
How do you walk in his ways?
To keep the commandments.
How do you serve him?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
That's how you do it. You do it by keeping the commandments of God, right? So now let's start with something little. Let's start with something simple. Let's start with something that can be changed today. Right? Get me Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. Even though my brothers ain't dealing with that, neither one of them, I'm still going to get it. Young men, now you deal with it. Go ahead.
Leviticus 21 verse 5. And they shall not make baldness upon their head.
Wait. Read it again.
And they shall not make baldness upon their head.
Scriptures say, as grown men, as men. Isaiah, Gerald, you so-called black, right? Your father black, right? So as grown men, as Israelite men, it says we should not do what?
They shall not make baldness upon their head.
God says we shall not, as Israelite men, make baldness upon our heads. Come on.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Neither shall grown-ass men shave off the corners of their beards. Meaning don't shave. Meaning you should never have a bald face. Guess what? It's two beings on the earth that don't grow beards. Can y'all tell me who they is? No. I'm talking beings. Two beings on the earth that don't grow beards at all. If you go bald naturally, yeah, I'm gonna get that. But if you go bald naturally, then you still clean, and I'm gonna get that scripture for you. But even so, that don't mean take the razor to the other parts that ain't bald. That's not looking stupid, but that's and that's us being whitewashed. I'm gonna tell you straight, because it was a point in time where your hair falling off was an honor. It was an honor for you. No, you're not supposed to look like the predator. I'm not. Listen, when I say, look at his head. Look at him. He's going. No, he didn't shave it. He's still hair there. I'm not saying that you gotta. That's you clean. I'm not saying that you gotta. No. Listen to me. You don't have to keep growing it. You can keep it low. You just can't skin. You can't do the Michael Jordan. You can't do the Floyd Mayweather. You can't do the Charles Barkley. Now you don't have to look like Fred Stanford. You don't have to do that. But you should not make it all the way bald like Michael Jordan. As long as there's hair on your head, you're clean. You get what I'm saying? Come on, read what you got.
They shall not make baldness upon their head.
Come on.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Now back to my question. What two beings on the earth that don't grow beards at all? You got women and you got children. So when you cut your beard off, your beard is your badge of manly dignity. That's what makes you a man. So guess what? Exactly. If you cut a lion's mane off, what does he look like? It look like the female lion. So when you cut your beard off, you cut off your badge of manly dignity. You no longer desire to look like the male lion, but you desire to look like the lion cub or the female lion. And everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Do you think in this current day, in this current life, that a homosexual man will approach you or a man with no beard first? He'll approach a man with no beard first. He gonna go for the one that looks soft, docile looking. And that's what it do. And God is preventing that. God's law prevents that. It prevents you from looking gay. It prevents you from looking docile. It prevents you from looking weak. You see what I'm saying? And these are simple things. These are small things that we can do as a people to get back in check, to get back in line. Give me that in Deuteronomy 22. Remember, it says to love him, to fear him, to walk in all his ways, right? And to do those things, you do what? Keep the commandments. So what did I do? I gave my brothers a commandment. Guess what? Now it's my come on, keep going.
Deuteronomy 22 verse 5.
Come on.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
It said the woman shall not wear what pertaineth unto a man, correct? Watch this, keep reading.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall a man put on female's garments. So what is that telling us? Exactly. So it's telling us what? Not to cross-dress. The commandment is the woman shall not wear what pertains to men, neither shall a man put on women's clothing. Now, what article of clothing that men wear today that pertains to women?
Skinny jeans.
Say that again? Dresses. You see it in all your athletes. LeBron's doing it. Who that? Skinny jeans. Them is man's jeans still, because they never made jeans for women, and I'm getting there. Yeah, Young Thug is wearing dresses. Russell Westbrook dresses. What's that boy that the one that played for the Bills, the wide receiver for the Bills? Not Odell Beckham, Stephon Diggs. Yeah. He walking through the damn Kid Cudi. They walking through, performing, walking through the locker rooms with dresses on. God said that shouldn't be so. Read up at the top again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now I like you because you so smart. It says now, if the man can't wear dresses, what shall not the woman wear? Pants. That's easy. That's easy to be understood. That's easy to be understood. Sis, that's something you can change today.
That's right.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
That's something you can change when you get home. Guess what? To know that, like I asked you, Dominique, now that you know that you're an Israelite, do you stay the same old Dominique? Or do you become the superior being that God called you to be? You said to become a superior being. And the way to walk towards that superior being is what? The woman?
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Come up out of them pants like God told you. Put on a dress, woman, like God told you. Sis, what's your nationality, sis? Your nationality. What's your father? Black. This pertains to you too. You got to come up out them damn pants and put on a dress. This your man right here, right? This your woman? Y'all married? You see that? And that's the problem in our communities. You've been telling her to get married? And you ain't trying to get married? Come on, sis, get with the program. My man's is trying to do the right thing like Spike Lee. You gotta follow behind that. And that's the problem in our communities. We gotta be on one accord. One can't be one way and the other can't be the other and come together and make unity. Give me Amos 3:3. Give me Amos chapter 3 and verse 3. Read what you got.
Amos 3 verse 3.
Come on.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
The Bible, God said, can two walk together except they be agreed? Can man and woman walk an honest life if they don't both agree together? Can me and you walk as brethren if we don't see eye to eye? No, we can't. So it'll behoove us to come together, come back to who we are, learn what we got to do, and then guess what's going to happen? Change is actually going to happen in the communities, brothers and sisters. Guess what? Black on black crime is going to eventually disappear if you come back to your heritage. Drug abuse eventually disappear if you come back to your heritage. STDs will be abolished if you come back to who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. The woman shall not wear what pertains to a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, meaning what? No cross-dressing between us. If you together and you call yourself a thing, give me Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Hebrews 13:4. Come on, read what you got.
Hebrews 13 verse 4.
Read.
Marriage is honorable in all.
No boyfriend and girlfriend is honorable.
Marriage is honorable in all.
You see why our communities ain't honored? Because there's a bunch of baby mamas and baby daddies in our communities. There's a bunch of boyfriend and girlfriends in our community. But if you want our communities honored, what is it?
Marriage is honorable in all.
Marriage between man and woman is honorable in all. Marriage between Adam and Steve is not honorable. That's abominable. It's the exact opposite. Read.
And the bed undefiled.
And whatever you decide to do with your wife in your bed, as long as it's you, as long as it's you and her, it's clean. It's clean. Go to Exodus, get the law. Oh, no, finish that.
But whoremongers
and
adulterers, God will judge.
How, Gerald, how does God judge whoremongers and adulterers? Before we even answer that, do you know what a whoremonger is?
What is a whoremonger?
A whoremonger is a man that lays down from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman. An adulterer is somebody that sleeps with somebody's spouse, like a woman sleeping with another woman's husband, or a man sleeping with another man's wife.
Back in those days, weren't they able to have multiple wives?
No. At a certain point in time, it was permitted. But right now, it's not.
It's not.
So, but that's besides the point. The point is this. How does God judge whoremongers and adulterers?
He's going to judge you for sure. Like,
No, but they still living. It's still whoremongering and adultery going on now. So what is the physical judgment for people that whoremonger and adulterer?
He's probably going to burn in the lake of fire.
That's the after judgment.
Okay.
I'm talking about the now judgment. I'm going to give it to you right here. Give me that. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 61.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 61.
Read.
Also every sickness and every plague.
It says also every sickness and every plague, come on.
Which is not written in the book of this law.
Guess what? Is AIDS written in the book of this law? But that's what people get for sleeping around. Is syphilis written in the book of the law? No, but that's what you get for sleeping around. Is gonorrhea, chlamydia in this book? No, but that's what you get for sleeping around. Remember, it says but whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. What? How? With STDs, with plagues that you can't get rid of, with the scratch, with the itch. Come on.
Then will the Lord bring upon thee.
It said, these is what the Lord is going to bring upon whoremongers and adulterers. So guess what? In order to skip that judgment, for that judgment to pass over you, what should you do? Get married.
That's right.
Get married. And hold on, let me add something else in there, because what we don't want to do is get married under America's customs, because America's customs promotes you to sleep around on your wife. Because guess what? Everything they put on the TV is a man messing around on his wife or the woman messing around on her husband. Look at this, the so-called God-fearing man, Tyler Perry. In every one of his shows or movies, what is it promoting? It's promoting whoredom. A man stepping out on his wife or a wife stepping out on her husband. Every single last film he had. But he's supposed to be God-fearing. That man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. Read, go to the law now. Exodus chapter 22. Go to the law. And look, these little things are clear up our communities. Because guess what? If you make a baby, you two, and she have to, and you leave, and she have to, if you leave and she have to end up taking care of the kid, what do you open up that kid to? You open up that kid to being effeminate because she's not going to be able to show him how to be masculine. She's not going to be able to show him how to be a man. Read what you got.
Exodus 22, verse 16.
Don't run now, don't run now, don't run now. Listen to this before y'all go. Listen.
And if a man entice a man,
and if a man spit game at a woman
that is not betrothed,
that is not promised or engaged to anyone,
and lie with her,
and you guys have sex,
ye shall
what?
Surely.
God said you shall do this for sure. Come on.
Endow her to be his wife.
No, endow her to be a girlfriend.
Endow her to be his wife.
No, endow her to be a jump off.
Endow her to be his wife.
Endow her to be your wife. That's how you fix the black community. That's how you fix the Hispanic community. That's how you fix the Native American communities, by keeping the laws of God. But marriage instituted gets rid of homosexuality. Marriage instituted gets rid of STDs. Marriage instituted gets rid of effeminate men.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support